Got an old 6.0 here we're doing some diagnostic on, but that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about is something that we're seeing a lot of. It's been going on for years, but I want to make new diesel owners, truck guys going to buy new trucks and going to buy used trucks, something you need to be aware of before you purchase this truck is when you sit down and they do all the final paperwork and they try to sell you this aftermarket warranty, you need to be real hesitant on what you purchase, because if you plan to modify that truck by putting a lift kit, wheels and tires, anything larger than factory by a couple inches, they're going to give you problems. And especially if you modify the emissions on the truck. So if that's what you choose to do, that's fine, but just know when they come out to do an inspection for a repair, they're going to avoid it and you're going to have nothing. So I'll give you an example. We had a customer come out here with a 2016 F-250. Truck was lifted, wheels and tires deleted, all that stuff, okay? Really nice truck, but the guy had an oil leak, so he had coverage for oil leak. They were going to pay to reseal it. Well, when the third-party inspector came out to inspect the truck, the first thing they look for is they look for to see if the emissions are intact, and they were not. They kicked that whole claim back. Well, the customer ended up calling them and getting his money back because he bought the truck that way. Don't think just because the dealer you're buying it from is selling you the warranty that it's going to have coverage, because they're not going to cover that, and that dealer that sold it to them, they don't care because they already got paid, and they're likely, it's been so long, they probably won't get a kickback. And luckily, the guy made the claim and got his money back because the warranty was about to go out this year. So had he not tried to make the claim, he wouldn't even known that he should have never been sold the warranty because the truck was already modified. So just do your homework, read the fine print, and make sure you know what you're buying, because a lot of these warranties say they cover this, they cover that, they cover all oil lubricated parts. That's not true. They'll tell you that, but it's widespread. It's not focused just on diesel trucks. It's focused on all vehicles, and there are certain things on diesels that fail that they're not going to cover for a certain reason when that's the only reason it fails. So give you another example. Customer comes in with a 6.7 Ford. Engine's got a noise in it. Another thing you got to realize what aftermarket warranty is, if you have a problem and it has to be torn down to the point of failure, aftermarket warranty is going to make you tear it down to the point of failure. They're going to make you pay to do so. So this customer had to pay for us to tear this engine down to find out that his lifter was wiped out, the whole roller was gone on it, cam was screwed up, and basically had metal all in the pan of this motor, went all into the oil pump, got everywhere. So we recommended a long block because of the situation. Well, we got them to agree to pay for the long block, and then 2 days later they called back and act like that conversation never happened and basically denied the customer. Customer tried to fight them, and then, you know, obviously the legal system, you're going to be years trying to get them to pay, and by the time you get it, you're probably going to spend more in fees than you would getting the engine replaced. So he ended up just paying us to replace the engine. But it's situations like that where they'll cheat you. So you need to make sure you know who you're dealing with and do your research on how that company pays out. Just a little words of wisdom, seeing it every day. So good luck to you guys, and just read that fine print.